That's not very nice, Carl. I thought we were friends, So,
Oh dear.
oh my God.
On to the next song then.
Moving on, we have the Shrinks coming up here. This song is called "Push and Pull," labeled as alternative rock. Do you remember? Do you remember anything about this song?
I do actually, yeah, because I remember my comment on it, and I'll say that at the end of the song. But yeah, from Gold Coast. Where's QLD? Australia. Oh, Queensland, Australia.
Queensland,
yeah, Queensland, Australia. So yeah, one track, 9 followers. Yeah, this is sort of in the alternative rock and pop category. And yeah, I think it fits in there, although I think I had a very specific sort of idea and comment about this one. I like the song, but there was something I would slightly tweak about it.
Let's check it out. This is the Shrinks with "Push and Pull."
Can we talk about the push and pull that you put me through? Can we talk about the days and nights that I lost my cool? Can we talk about your eyes as they looked away when I thought they'd stay? Can we talk about the highs that we felt those days now they've slipped away? You tried to push, I tried to pull, but in the end we ended up fools. I couldn't win, you couldn't lose, only see red, feeling the blues. I remember in the fall when you smiled while I glanced your way. Now we fall into it all. Now the leaves have gone and we're stuck this way. I remember in the cold when you stripped away words I couldn't say. Memories spring into my mind. You're no longer mine as we slip through time. You tried to push, I tried to pull, but in the end you made me the fool. I'll never win, you'll never lose, only see red, feeling the blues. You tried to push, I tried to pull, but in the end you made me the fool. I'll never win, you'll never lose, I tried so hard, but you'll never move.
Carlos Fandango.
Right, I remember what I liked about the song. There's quite a sort of there's a sort of sense of darkness around the song. It reminds me of something from the early noughties. I cannot for the life of me think of what song it was, but there was a specific song that really does sound a bit like in the vibe. But yeah, sort of a bit dark, quite melodic, quite catchy, quite hooky. I like the at the start. It really, just catches your ear, and you don't often hear that sort of thing. So I thought that was quite a nice little touch. My biggest comment really was that, given that the content, the title of the song is Push and Pull, what I would like to see production-wise, mix-wise, is the producer having a bit more impact on just a little bit of subtle push and pull in the song. So the drums were and it was just all the way through the song. What I would do is stop, start here and there, maybe have a tape stop and then start back up again. So you have then a natural push and pull to go with the theme of the song and the lyrics. So it really feels like you're being pushed and pulled around like the protagonist is in the song in that relationship. So I like the instrumental ending as well. I thought it was quite a nice little touch. And so it was all there. I just think it just needed a bit more dynamism in the production side of things and a little bit more attention to detail with things like the drums, because you can change things and pay. Yeah, it's all very well having a sort of like a stock drum sort of thing going in there, but you can really mix things up and make a big difference by paying attention to the tiny details. And just changing it around a bit here and there, making it interesting. It was interesting enough as it was, but I think it just could have a bit more dynamism in it. That's all. That's my new word for the night, I think. Dynamism.
Dynamism?
Mm.
Dynamism, okay. I have a few suggestions of kind of like sounds like right off the bat, which would be White Stripes, Weezer. If you think of a big band, kind of like Cake, definitely Cake-ish. Even you can get into the Fastball, if you remember Fastball with "Where Are You Going Without Ever Knowing the Way," right? So they had that song. It kind of like I think the drums, to your point here, because I was noticing it as well, but I think that the drums in this song were just specifically meant to keep rhythm. I don't think that the drums were the big part of the song. I think that the vocals were a big part of the song. I love when kind of like that kind of like Doorsy kind of like organ got thrown in before what we were talking about, with the with that other song before, like the climax, right? So overall, I think it was good. I do see your point. Don't get me wrong. Is that if we put a little bit more production behind it, make it like a let's say a feature film instead of an intro, then this song definitely has a lot of potential. But I'll tell you what, I could listen to this live. I could definitely listen to it again on the on Slaps or on the playlist. So I definitely think that the song could be very well playlistable.
And I think since you mentioned Cake, I think that was the one I was thinking of. The song, it was Frank Sinatra, because it's got that drum sound.
Yeah.
So that is exactly the song I was thinking of that I couldn't place. But that, again, that's got a sort of slightly dark sound to it, and I like what they're doing here. I just think if I was producing that, I would make suggestions for them and say, let's just introduce a bit more sort of let's marry up those lyrics and the theme with that song so that you're actually slightly pushed and pulled around a bit rather than it being very 4/4 all the way through. I know the drums aren't the main feature, but they can be a feature that supports the song rather than just supporting the rhythm.
I get what you're saying, because if you look at like a band like Metallica, the drums are a huge portion of that show. The drums are a huge portion of that band. Lars Ulrich is who he is, for crying out loud. But when you kind of like go back and like listen to this once again, I think that the drums were just basically meant to keep tempo.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't really think that there was that much of a production as far as that's concerned. I get what you're saying. But I think that it may have been done deliberately. So that would be the only thing that I have to say. Is would you listen to it again, and what do you give it?
Yeah, I definitely would, because it's a good song, and I like the melody. I like the darkness. There's something about it that's a bit dark, and I like those kind of sounding songs, because I forget, if I listen to the song itself and the melodies and the way the song's delivered vocally, I forget to listen to the lyrics always, and because I get carried away with the music usually. So I would have to listen to that song again and again in order to actually listen to the lyrics. So it encourages me to listen to the lyrics. But I like the way the vocals were delivered anyway, and I think it matched the song nicely. They've got something good going on there. That's their first, I think, their first upload. So I'm hopeful that they'll upload more. Not necessarily all the same, but in a similar sort of vein. And if that's what they can do, and that's their first effort, then that's really credit to them. They, they should be heard, and they should definitely get more music out there and record more.
I think so. I think we could definitely drop the dance genre of it with the with this one upload, because it is one upload with 9 followers, 78 plays, which is not that bad of a ratio there.
Mm.
But yeah, this is again one of the first things that it made me think about is the big band orchestra, kind of like bands like Cake, where you had a lot going on, with this one kind of like being minimal, so it kind of like somewhere in between Cake and the White Stripes, right?
Mm.
So somewhere in between 2 people and 200, so but hey, listen, I think it was poppy. Good overall. I would give the song an 8 out of 10, honestly, tell you the truth. I don't necessarily think if it's that it's a banger or not, but
8's a good score.
that's good. 8's a good score.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more. Like, let's do that. You know what? As a matter of fact, well, I'm going to follow them anyway later, because I have to follow them to send them a message to let them know that that we have reviewed them.
Mm.
But yeah, but I do like that one. So